All right, so today is an exciting day because we get to finally announce the launch of the first phase at Lakeview Village. And this is one I've been waiting for, my team's been waiting for, and lots of our clients have been waiting for because we have a ton of downsizers who want to move to the master plan community here at Lakeview Village. And if that is you, if you're a downsizer in Mississauga, Etobicoke, Oakville, and you're looking for a master plan community with lots to do, and larger suites with lake views, this is probably the project for you. Like I said, I've been waiting for this one for a long time, so let's get into it. The first phase is launching this September. This is the first phase here. And as you can see, it has nice angular planes, so it has a ton of terrace units that overlook not just the lake, but also the Port Credit Yacht Club, which is right here, hoping you can see it off to the right. And this particular project here, the first phase that's launching this September, is a Tridel. So obviously Tridel is one of the developers involved in the project, and we're very excited to work on this one. And like I said, we have a list of clients who've been waiting for this site for years. So it's probably going to sell quite well, especially considering even in the current market climate, a lot of downsizers looking for larger condos, and Lakeview Harbourwalk has just that. So let's get into the specifics. So this is Harbourwalk here in all its glory. Out of the current sample renderings we have for the other buildings, it is definitely my favorite building in the project for sure. It reminds me a lot of some of Tridel's previous projects with those angular plane designs that allow for tons of terraces. So lots of 500-600 square foot terraces overlooking the water here, and a large courtyard between the building. You're looking at two individual buildings that actually connect here. And they are both 430 suites, but lots of larger suites. So the thing with a lot of these other buildings is, as they're currently planned, a lot of them will have a mix of a lot of small units and some larger units, whereas the average unit size at Harbourwalk is by far the largest. So if you're looking for something to downsize in, this is probably the part of the project that you want to be in. This is a view from the sky, so you can see the courtyard here. I know this rendering makes everything seem very small, but this is a 177-acre site, and this courtyard in the middle of the building here is 57,000 square feet. So for context, a football field is 57,000 square feet as well. They're 57,600. And so essentially just imagine a football field with a building built around it. That is how large this site is. So it gives you an idea that these inward-facing units are actually quite nice, and they are the smaller suites, so they're the more affordable investor-style suites that face inwards, the one-beds and one-in-dens. So if you're looking for something to invest in, that's the side you want to be on. But if you're looking for something for yourself, these terrace units and the shoreline collection on these two sides of the building are really nice options as well. So here's just a view of the courtyard. So it'll have open breezeways that are 5 stories high on both sides of the building. So on this side and then on the other side, so the public and you can walk through. And this is what the building looks like from the little waterway that they're doing. So you can see, again, all these terraces overlooking the water with unobstructed views, and just parkland here. So if you have any questions, you want the sample price list, you want to meet up at the sales office and go through the sales, a really beautiful sales office with model and everything. If you want to do that, go to precondo.ca/Lakeview or give me a call or email and we'll get that booked up for you. And now I'm going to get into the master plan specifics so you can know not just about this particular part of the project, but the project in its entirety. Now, my usual disclaimer here, I do not speak for or represent the developers on this site. Everything I'm showing you is based on publicly available marketing materials. But if you do want more information on securing a unit at these developments, go ahead, click the link in the description, and you will be on the list to receive information as soon as it becomes available. Now, on to the overview here. There are 6 developers involved. Obviously, this is a 177-acre site. It's not going to be done by one developer alone. And the 6 developers are fantastic. So you have Brandhaven, Kyvan, Green Park, Deco, Opus, and Tridel, all developers with a ton of experience building residential and commercial. And so you're going to see a really good finished product here. And like I said, the site is 177 acres in total. So, roughly 7 to 8 million square feet of space. Thank you, real estate school, for that conversion math there. And you're looking at 8,050 condo units and townhomes across all of the sites. It'll obviously be launched in multiple phases by different developers. Every building is a little bit different, but we'll get into that a little bit later. And that's roughly enough to house 20,000 new residents. So you'll see that they have a lot of community support. They have a ton of commercial and retail on the site. They also have a new elementary school, so it's going to be able to support that density. They have shuttles and internal transit, which will get you up to Long Branch Go. So they have have everything they need to support that density, everything you want to see in a perfect master plan community, all of the retail to support so the community is really walkable. So you're looking at over 200,000 square feet of retail space here, space for restaurants, cafes, pop-up shops, all of that good stuff. So it's going to be an incredibly walkable community, which is what, in my opinion, makes a master plan community stand apart from the others. And you also have the innovation hub, the innovation district, which is 1.8 million square feet of office space, enough to house roughly 9,000 full-time jobs. So let's hop over to the 3D model and I'll walk you through the site in a little more detail. You can see here the phasing here. Like I said, different developers launching different parts of the site or different parts of the residential. And let's get into the 3D model. Normally we would have to bust out our 3D SketchUp model, but the developers have made it really easy here to display the development. I will leave the link in the description to this site so you can go through it at your own leisure. So let's start with all of these shared and recreational areas. My personal favorite is the pier. This pier is already, actually I'll hop over to Google Earth quickly and show you. So this is the Lakeview Village site here. You can see the pier is already existing here, but they're going to, it looks like widen it, make it far more usable. You can see here there's tons of space for seating areas, even some landscaped areas, and my personal favorite, you have retail on the pier. So you have room for pop-up shops, cafes, that kind of thing. So imagine having a coffee out here, preferably during the summer. But anyways, I can't wait to use this pier myself as someone who bikes and walks through this area really frequently. It'll be really nice to see all of this parkland connect the waterfront trails from Marie Curtis Park to the Port Credit Yacht Club. Now moving on from the pier, we'll look at the 64-acre conservation area on sort of the north parcel of the site. So you're going to have a bike path and waterfront trail that connects to the pier and then goes along the waterfront park of the Lakeview community there. You've got like this cool little Humber Bay style arch bridge and just tons of recreational space, picnic areas, and of course trails and landscaping and all of that good stuff. And like I said, you've got this cool little arch bridge here that connects the pier to the conservation area. Show you the 3D rendering of that. Really nice looking area. Obviously going to be tons of kayaking, and you even have a small marina on site, which I'll show you in a minute. So here in the waterfront park area, you have an extension of that trail and the bike paths as well. You have some outdoor dining, some retail, restaurant space, that kind of thing, and the waterfront promenade, I guess we could call it. You've got lots more parkland, picnic areas, gathering spaces, seating areas, that kind of good stuff. A little bit of outdoor grilling action going on here. And then in the center of the development here, wonder if I can zoom in a bit, you have Lakeview Square, which is kind of the retail center of the development. So Lakeview Square is between both the residential side of the development and the innovation hub. It has a lot going on. So you have an event venue space and tons of outdoor dining. Let me just zoom into the 3D. So like I said, tons of outdoor dining, tons of retail. You got people walking their dogs, out for a stroll. Really busy night here, really busy summer night, probably a Friday night here in Lakeview Village. Tons of outdoor dining, gathering spaces. You also have areas for festivals, open air markets on the weekends, that kind of thing. So going to be a really vibrant part of the community, kind of going to be the center of it. And then as we get into the innovation district here, this is where all of your sort of commercial space will be. So you're going to have flexible kind of co-working office space. Towards the north side of it, you'll have the elementary school, towards the west side of it, you'll have the elementary school, the innovation hub, all of the office spaces. You're even going to have artist studios, public art sections. So going to be a really vibrant workplace. And you're even going to have a hotel here on the waterfront side of it, just beside the Lakeview Town Square, we'll call it. And what's really interesting is when you look on the development, you'll see these little purple Wi-Fi buses just kind of ripping around. What those are is those are actually autonomous shuttles. So you're going to have although it's going to be a really walkable community, it is a little bit removed from Lakeshore, right? So you're going to have those autonomous shuttles that will get you not just around the community, but also up to Lakeshore and to Long Branch Go. And what's worth noting is when you do get to Lakeshore, you do have the future BRT line, which is going to be essentially an express bus line, which is going to get you to Long Branch Go, Port Credit Go faster, that kind of thing. But you'll also have those shuttles there for use for anybody in the community. Now, like I said, this is an early stage review. We don't have specifics on the buildings that are launching, from which developers, and what the floor plans look like. If you want that information, click on the link in the description and I will keep you updated. I just wanted to walk through the site as we get closer to the start of sales here. And one thing I did want to touch on in this review, because it's something some clients have been asking me about the site, is the Lakeview wastewater treatment plant. So obviously you'll have your conservation area here, the extension of the waterfront trail through the Lakeview Village community. But some people are concerned about the Lakeview wastewater treatment facility, because in the past it can have an odor, especially during the summer, during certain days. It's not a constant thing, but it can be there sometimes. What I wanted to share with you guys is that we are fixing that. So they're undergoing upgrades, just like I don't know if you're aware, but Humber Bay used to be notorious for that smell as well at the Humber treatment plant. Now, years ago, they upgraded the Humber treatment plant, and since then, and I can say this as someone living right there, you can't smell anything. There's never been a smell since I've moved into my unit there. So they're doing the exact same odor management upgrades to the Lakeview wastewater treatment plant. I believe it's like a $26 million retrofit. It's already approved and underway. So you're not going to get, by the time you move in here, it's going to be solved. And then in addition to that, while we're talking about construction here, the site is already well under construction, so I'm going to cut to a quick clip of the drone shot here from somebody on Urban Toronto. I'll leave the credit there. And he took a quick drone shot recently of the site. Like I said, obviously all the remediation is done, I believe, and they're getting ready for construction. So it looks like grading is mostly done. And the site's moving along really, really well. So that's it for this video, guys. I'm curious to know what you think about this site. I think it's super impressive, super ambitious. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you guys next video.